Percy's passengers. One morning, Percy was talking to James at Tidmer's sheds. My God was telling me how lonely he is in this van, he was saying. I think he ought to take some passengers sometimes to cheer him up. He is not allowed to, said James virtuously. It's against regulations. Guards are important, and passengers might distract them so that they couldn't look after the train properly. Oh dear, said Percy. Yes, I suppose they might. Well, they do it in the Midlands, put in Gordon. Someone told me about it when I went to Cardiff with that special. But they don't do it on the other railway. It's on some reserved lines, where they haven't got any coaches. You see, James, said Percy triumphantly. Oh, well, if they haven't got any coaches, that's different, said James huffily. I'm sure the Fat Control wouldn't approve. Ha, replied Percy cheekily. Little you know. And he puffed away to collect some trucks from the harbour. Meanwhile, on the branch line, some passengers got out of Daisy at the station by the airfield. They all went to the ticket barrier except for two, a man and a woman. Ah, said the ticket inspector when he looked at their tickets. You come too far, I'm afraid, sir. You should have got out at the last station. The two people looked at him, and then they looked at each other and shook their heads. The last station, the inspector said repeatedly. You must go back there. There was a pause. Then the man said something to his wife in a language that the ticket inspector didn't understand a word of. So the ticket inspector went to get the station master. A short time later, Percy came chattering happily along the branch line with his trucks from the harbour. He saw the signal at the station by the airfield at danger, and the station master waving on the platform. There must have been an accident, he thought, as he stopped. I hope nobody's hurt. The station master came along with two other people. I'm giving the guard these two passengers to travel in this van, he said to Percy. They're foreigners who came too far on Daisy's train by mistake. Will you stop at the station by the river to let them off, please? Percy was puzzled. Passengers? He asked when the guard had taken them away. But this is a goods train. That's right, Percy, said the station master. They're going to travel with the guard in his van. But James said it's against regs. It's not allowed, sir. The station master laughed. Quite right, Percy, he said. So it is. But I don't think James or the Fat Controller would mind us helping two foreign visitors on our island who can't understand our language. Do you? That made it all right, of course. The guard saw that his visitors were as comfortable as he could make them in his van. And a few minutes later, they reached the station. They came to the front of the train to see Percy. They nodded, smiled, and shook hands with the driver and fireman. Then the guard showed them to a taxi that is waiting to take them on the rest of their journey. A few weeks later, a parcel arrived with brightly coloured foreign stamps on the wrapping. Inside were warm new scarves for Percy's driver, fireman, and guard, and a letter addressed to the Fat Controller saying how splendid his railway was. Percy didn't tell James. It might make him jealous, he said to himself, and that would never do.